live. Happy Friday, folks. June 16th, Friday, last game of the evening of the Joe Palmer Invitational. Welcome to Jack Williams Stadium in Fargo, North Dakota. Here with Post 2 Hall of Famer Eric Grandy. I'm Tony Stein. We're coming to you live from North Fargo. Sarah's our production assistant today, running the cameras. Thank you, Sarah. And we have a 75-degree Fahrenheit. Literally no wind out there, Eric. And we got Grayson Doctor on the bump here for the Post 2 Bombers.
Beautiful night at the ballpark.
Good effort by Greery, hustling over the... Wait, that's not Greery. Come on, Stein, get your stuff together. Seath Egan. Good effort over there. First pitch, swing and strike. 0-1 the count. Another nice pitch. Doctor finding the zone 0-2 pitch. The Bombers here tonight playing BMW. Some team from northern Minnesota, I want to say. Sturgeon Lake area. And their powder blues. Stein with the air, got a little cute there with the catch.
I think the first baseman got caught watching there a little bit. He should have been hustling over there. Maybe could have made that play.
You're talking about the pitch? Like if you're covering the...
Yeah, you should have been over covered first base. You probably still had him.
Reese Bodie, the shortstop, lefty. Probably throws right. Ball outside, 2-0. That's a good shot. Doctor, fastball at the knees. Bombers have Caleb Brigham playing third. Runners going here on the pitch. Ooh. That was a nice throw by Beckham, the catcher, but a stolen base here for the leadoff batter for BMW, Gilbertson. So 3-1 the count, nobody out. BMW now threatening with a runner at second after the Stein error at first. And Brigham with an error. Oh, got him. There you go. Heads up play.
Good recovery.
What'd you like about that play, Eric?
Yeah, he stayed with it. Shortstop hustled over and stayed with the ball, and Brigham had the awareness enough to get back to third and get the guy out.
Sheik, Carson Sheik playing shortstop in the right place at the right time. Got the fielder's choice for the first out of the game. Doctor doing his job here early in the top of one. A great job by Sheik at shortstop, huh? Had an in-between hop, wanted to make sure he collected himself to get the lead runner, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a tough hop there. It was a good throw. Yeah, it was tough hop. Those short ones are tough like that, especially early in the game.
20-some years ago, Eric, was it... do you have any tough hops on this infield, or was it a similar infield, similar look and feel?
I don't know. I played catcher, so every thing that was in the dirt was tough for me.
You still move around pretty good. Your knees should be more shot if you caught that many games. You don't look...
They're not good.
Ball. 2-1 the count. 2 down here. Top of 1. Bodie is at first base. Good curveball there by Doctor. Got him reaching. 2-2 the count. Radsack, the center fielder, the 4-batter. Spelled off by the second baseman Miller, who puts it away. No hits, 1 bomber error, but we go in the bottom of the first. The Bombers up to bat with Brigham leading off. We're back in 60 seconds on the Post 2 Bombers live stream network. Welcome back to Jack Williams Stadium here in the bottom of the first. Eric Grandy, Tony Stein coming to you live from North Fargo. Starting lineup for your Bombers will be Caleb Brigham leading off, Jonah DeYoung, the designated hitter, Grayson Doctor, the pitcher, batting third, Sith Egan out in right field, Carson Sheik at short, Stein at third, Quinn Miller playing second, Joey Jagger out in left field, Landon Hale playing center field, and Jeremiah Beckham at the catch. Carter Gephardt, Graydon Olson, Hunter Geary, Christian Gomez, and Dominic Dybert are on the bench ready to play if called upon. Eric, how cool is it to see a leadoff batter wearing stirrups?
There's nothing better than stirrups, especially when you roll those pants up to your knee. Classic look by Brigham. I like it. He's done that for many years.
Takes a curveball low for ball 1. Strike on the inside. Tyler Jewell The third batter is the pitcher. Popped up in the air out to left center field. And it's put away for a fly out 8. DeYoung batting for the Bombers here as a designated hitter. Did the same this morning. Jonah probably batting over 500 in the early part of the season here for the Bombers. The junior out of Fargo North takes a first pitch strike. Good shot, Eric. Nice night for a ball game. Low 70s, light winds. Fouled off Jonah DeYoung. Going to be 1-2. Ripped up the middle, will be a base hit. DeYoung continues his hot hitting for the Bombers here. Rips a single on a 1-2 pitch. Doctor, the starting pitcher for the Bombers, batting third here this evening. Notorious for a great innie-outie swing. You'll likely see him poking this to right center, right field. Takes first pitch strike.
Lefty catcher today for this away team.
Yeah, how often do you see a lefty catch?
Not very often.
If ever?
Yeah, very rare.
Looks like he does a nice job getting around on his knees. Doctor with the 1-1 count. DeYoung. Ooh, takes a curveball, so it's 1-2. DeYoung not necessarily a threat on the stolen base category. But we'll see what he does here on a 1-2 pitch. Popped up to right field. Can of corn for the right fielder, so Doctor's retired on a fly out 9. Seth Egan, the right fielder, up to bat now with 2 down with DeYoung at first. Good play there by the first baseman to keep that one from allowing DeYoung likely to get over to third. Jack's got one of those kind of deep sidelines, don't they? Where if you don't throw it accurately over to first, we see a lot of runners go from first to third on a pass ball on a pickoff attempt.
Yeah, you got to be careful if you're a pitcher. Make sure you have a good throw over there. Or you're right, they'll be ending up on third base real soon.
Egan swung through that one. It's 2-1. The count. Popped out of play. Egan staying alive. Gotta like to see kids hustling after foul balls.
It's fun to see kids at the ballpark running around.
Those used to be 10-cent foul balls. You got the 20 cents, you got a blow pop at my Cogswell American Legion Field. What was it in your prime?
Lollipops.
Lollipops?
Lollipops.
Hold foul. I think these kids are working towards ices with the foul balls. The count is full. DeYoung likely to move with the pitch. Driven deep to left field. Left fielder is underneath it. And the Bombers are retired. We're through one inning. One hit, one runner left on. We're going to head to the top of the second in 90 seconds. You're listening to Fargo Post 2 Bombers Baseball on the Fargo Post 2 live stream network. Welcome back to Bomber Ball here at Jack Williams Stadium. Eric Grandy, Tony Stein, top of the second, BMW. Landon Otterwer up to bat for BMW. Pitch is low and away for ball one. Swing and a miss. Check that. Foul tip. 1-1 the count. Good job by Doctor getting over there. Good job by Stein with the toss. And if they learned from the first inning there, Grandy, it was a nice job by Doctor getting over on the ground ball to first base to cover the bag. Easy put out. I'm sure the coaches reminded him in the dugout saying, hey, anything hit to that side, you got to hustle. That's what you would say. You're a Post 2 Hall of Famer, bro.
Thanks, Tony.
He loves it. Good job by Bergman scooping that one. Strong throw over. Great throw. Good put out there by Bergman, a 5-3. And quickly, there's two down here on the top of two. Gotta love the footwork there on Bergman, Grandy.
Yeah, he came through that ball real nicely, made it a good hard throw over to first base. Real good after that first blunder he had in the first.
You know, and after I watch something like that, I don't buy what his dad says. He's not just a second baseman. You know,
he can play anywhere.
This kid can play anywhere. He's got an arm to get it
baseball
over.
Kid. He can catch, he can pitch, he can run, play the outfield anywhere in the infield.
Joey Steen. Check that. PJ Frisch. The catcher. The left-handed catcher who bats left-handed. Swing and a miss. It's quickly 1-2. Doctor just throwing a lot of two-seam fastballs for strikes, getting kids to swing at them. There's a curveball up and high. But Grayson looking pretty steady Eddie here from the bump. And a swing and a miss for a strikeout. So a nice 1-2-3 inning for Doctor. The Bombers head to the bottom of the second. It's a 0-0 ball game. We're back in 60 seconds on the Post 2 Bombers Radio Network. Welcome back to your live stream broadcast here in the bottom of the second. 72 degrees. The lights are on here at Jack Williams. Eric Grandy, Tony Stein coming to you live from North Fargo. And the shortstop, number 17, Carson Sheik, will lead it off here for the Post 2 Bombers. Nice pitch on the outside part of the plate. Steve Reich. Uno. Curveball low and away.
Carson, he's really crowding the plate. He's probably looking to pull something really hard here.
Just upstairs, 2-1. Yeah, I was talking to Tim about that last night, Eric. There's these younger players, they're all tight on the plate these days, it feels like. Is that more common or less common in today's game than it was 10, 20, 30 years ago?
Yeah, it's a good question, but I think a lot of it has to do with your size. If you can reach across that plate. You know, usually those big kids, they step off it a little bit, but...
Just like you said, it's going to be an error on the third baseman, but he did rip it nicely. So the leadoff runner is on with the BMW air at third. Sheik's on at first. Stein up to bat, the first baseman. And maybe we'll see part of that difference right here with a lanky, tall kid. Not quite as tight to the plate. Probably because he can get his hands through it. Let's see if he puts a good swing on a pitch. Just upstairs for ball one. Taking the signals from the Bomber 2 coach. Bless you, Sarah. Production. Lead. Just on the inside part of the plate, it's 1-1. quick throw. Sheik with a good move on the pass ball there. Or is that a wild pitch? You're a catcher. You'd know that.
That's going to be a wild pitch. That was a good read in the dirt there.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you get your secondary lead as a runner, right? And if you make a decision, you just got to be confident and make that decision.
Yeah, if you see that downward angle of the ball and you see that hit the dirt, more times than not, that ball's going to get away from the catcher, and you got a couple split seconds to get going. And a lot of times in this level, you can take that second base pretty easily.
Runner at second, Stein with the 2-2 count. And he's going to foul it off to stay alive.
You know, you got a guy at second, you got 2 strikes on him. He's going to want to shorten it up here and look for something middle or away, hit to the right side and move that guy over.
That's right. That'd be the smart play. And Stein strikes out swinging on a little off-speed looking pitch. See if Miller can move him over. Miller, the lefty. Popped up. Could be trouble out there in no man's land, and it is. It will fall in for a base hit.
Nobody's covering third base on that.
Not even the pitch.
Nope. Easy bag to take for Sheik.
So a blooper to left field puts Miller on at first with Sheik on at third. 1 out, and Jagger up to bat. And it's 0-2. Hit deep to center field with 1 out. Oh, and it almost burned him, but it will tag Sheik at third. So the Bombers get the first run of the ball game across the plate. Nice sac fly there by Joey Jagger. I was just going to comment on the depth of the outfield, Eric. I see a left fielder that was playing deeper, center fielder that was creeping up, right fielder's darn near hugging the line. Is this part of their strategery? Do they know where we
Good
hit?
question.
I don't know.
You know, a lot of times when you have a right-handed batter or a left-handed batter, that opposite outfielder, you know, should probably play a little bit more shallow, because their miss is going to be a pop fly shallow, you know, kind of towards the line.
That's right. Hale just got under it, and it is out. But after 1 hit, 1 runner left on, the Fargo Post 2 Bombers will lead this one 1-0. We're going to go in the top of 3 with BMW up next. We're back in 90 seconds on the Fargo Post 2 Bombers live stream network. Welcome back to Bomber Ball here at the Joe Palmer Invitational. Doctor up to pitch. First pitch swinging. Hard hit ball to the left center gap. Hale cuts it off. But a nice hit there for Stein, the first baseman. You know, you get a couple pitchers in a ball game that are throwing a lot of strikes. You kind of have to coach your team, don't you, Eric? Where you say, look, guy throws first pitch fastball strikes. If you want to be a first pitch hitter and if it's there, let's be aggressive at the plate.
Yeah, I like to tell the guys, you know, what do you always tell pitchers? You know, you tell them, get in there, get ahead. So in my mind, if you got a pitcher that's going to get ahead, you're probably going to get a good strike those first two pitches because that's what he's going to want to do. So I always like to look for that first pitch strike.
That's right. Kind of hitter first mentality.
Yeah.
Owen Peterson, the third baseman up the bat. Nice pitch by Doctor on the outside corner. Briggs, Caleb Brigham playing on the grass, anticipating maybe a sacrifice. Swings through that one, 1-2. Yeah, I heard a little snafu this morning as they were taking a little BP after the morning game. Doctor took a foul ball. Had to get rushed to the ER to fix a tooth and the dentist. Here's a chopper towards Brigham. He'll take the sure out over to first. Smart play by Brigham. And there's one down. Gilbertson up, wearing a defensive tackle number. He don't look like he's 6'4", 300 pounds, but 98 looks cool. And he'll pop this one up in the infield. Let's see if Sheik can get underneath it. He will. And quickly 2 down. Runner yet at second. Bodie, the 2 batter. Popped up. It will be out of play. 1-2 the count. Sat on the curveball, but he lines out to Sheik at short. So with one runner left, one hit. Bombers still leading after 2.5. We're here back in 90 seconds on the Fargo Post 2 Bomber Livestream Network. Welcome back to Friday Night Baseball here at Jack Williams Stadium. Eric Grandy with Tony Stein. Watching the Bombers play BMW here in the Joe Palmer Invitational. Leadoff up for the Bombers. Number 1 on his jersey, but number 1 in our hearts. Caleb Brigham. Takes it low in the dirt. One and one the count. Bergerman swinging through that curveball. Two and one. There you go, Briggy. Good swing. Leadoff does his job. Pokes it over the second baseman's head for a leadoff hit.
Good piece of hitting there.
2 strikes on him. Or no, 2-1 pitch, but
outside
just good
pitch,
hitting.
just
went with it, right?
Went with right over the second baseman's head.
So the leadoff's on. DeYoung up to bat as the designated hitter. Ooh, just takes it upstairs for ball 1.
See if they can get some action going. Maybe a hit and run or something right here.
Head first slide. The early steal got caught in the hot box there for Brigham, so he is put away. So 1 down now for the Bombers after getting caught in the hot box. Another good piece of hitting by DeYoung, who lines out to center fielder. He's catching barrels. Doctor up the bat now with 2 down. Takes a curveball for strike 1. Oh, 2 the count to Doctor, swinging through that one. The pitcher looking good, though, thus far. Only giving up 1 hit through 3 innings of play. No, Doctor the pitcher. Yeah. yeah, sorry. But he's known for being a pretty good hitter, too. There he fouled it off. This kid does a nice job dropping the bat on plane. So even if he's late on it like that, he still catches a barrel. Do you teach that, Eric? Dropping it in the slot? It's like a golf swing, right?
Yeah, I don't know that we should teach baseball players to go swing like golfers, but I hear what you're saying. It's always nice to have that baseball bat come through that plane as long as it can.
1-2 the count to Doctor. And he struck out swinging. So we're through 3 innings of play. 1 hit, nobody left on. Bombers are up 1-0. We're going to go in the top of 4. We're back in 90 seconds on the Fargo Post 2 Bombers live stream network. Welcome back to Jack Williams, top of 4 here on the Fargo Post 2 Bombers live stream network. BMW leading off. Jewel, the pitcher, up to bat to lead it off. Doctor just inside for ball 1. But Grayson Doctor has went 3 innings thus far. There's a hard hit ball to Landon Hale. Oh, and he just misguessed it, trying to squeeze it in his mitt. Looked like he had a great jump on it, Eric.
Yeah, he did. He kind of went down on his knees and tried to catch it kind of over his head. Just got the tip of his glove there.
Yeah, I'd have to give that an error too. Doctors went, we're in the top of 4. He's only throwing 36 pitches, 24 for strikes, so he's pounding the zone, doing his job. But the error from Hale, the center fielder, now will put the leadoff runner on. BMW substituting a pinch runner. I believe it's number 23, Skelko. Ooh, just pulled foul. Won the count. Great play by Sheik. Got the lead runner out at second. Hit it in the gap, bobbled the ball a little bit, but still was able to throw enough mustard on it over to Miller for the 6-4 put-up. Always good to get that lead runner off the base paths. Balled off. Detterer, the left fielder, up the bat now. Bombers clinging to the 1-0 lead. Our media director, Sarah, doing a bang-up job here on the live stream. Double clutched on the catch. Not in time off the short hop. So stolen base for the pinch runner. Check that. It's Radzak, the 4 batter, who plays center field. And center fielders typically can run. So he didn't need a pinch runner, did he, Eric?
He did not.
1-2 the count to Detterer. Doctor from the stretch. Doctor gets a friendly curveball call there on the inside pitch. It's 2 down here in the top of 4. Still working from the stretch. Kager up to bat, the right fielder. And the ground ball to the first baseman Stein for the putout. So, after one error, one runner left on base, BMW still trails this one 1-0. Bombers are up here in the bottom of 4. We're back in 90 seconds on the Fargo Post 2 Bombers live stream network. Welcome back to Bomber Ball here at Jack Williams Stadium. Friday night, Eric Grandy, Tony Stein coming to you live. The lights are on. It's cooling off here at 69 degrees. Seth Egan is up to bat with Sheik on deck. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Off the end of the bat, so it's quickly 0-2. Off the plate, 1-2. Fouled swing. High and inside, 2-2 the count. The game's moving along quickly. We were commenting at the break. It's always nice when you see pitchers pounding the zone and making kids become hitters. Foul tip. Good battle here by Egan, the freshman, going to be sophomore. Low. Count is full. Egan battling on this with bat. Then he fouls it off again. Jewel, the pitcher, looks like he needs to cut the salad. His hat comes off almost every time he throws the ball. And Egan does go out on strikes, swinging at a 3-2 pitch upstairs. Sheik, the shortstop, up to bat. Upstairs for ball one. And it's quickly 1-1. Kind of feel like we need some atmosphere, huh? It's kind of, the game's just kind of going fast, and it's. How do we bring atmosphere to the ball game? Maybe rip a double?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of strikes. Just not getting a lot of hits yet. A lot of pop flies in this game so far.
When Sheik fouls it off, it's 2-2 the count. Rings him on the curveball on a 2-2 pitch. Sheik goes down looking. That brings up Stein, the first baseman.
Now come on for the first baseman, number 21, Hudson Stein.
Head's coming off those swings. Swing on the curveball. What do you see there, Eric? I see the body opening up. He's not going to hit a curveball that way.
Yeah, if he's going to have that type of swing, he's really got to hug that plate. He's not going to get anything on that outside corner. He's not going to make contact with much.
Oh, and 2 to Stein, who struck out in his first at-bat. And now he's got to stay alive here with a kid that can come high at you with high heat, and he's going to do it here on this pitch. Ball's low. One and 2 the pitch.
Oh, boy.
That could go. Stein drills it back. It is! Home run for Hudson Stein. Sat on a 1-2 curveball and smoked it.
Was it on the outer half of the plate? Nobody on base.
Goldilocks delivers on a 1-2 hanging curveball and hits it over the herd and horn sign.
Yeah, that pitcher gave him the exact pitch that he wanted. He put that right at the inside of that plate, and Hudson really took that thing deep. He really put a nice swing on that one. Good for him. Fun to see.
It's a good result. Because quite frankly, Eric, as his dad, I saw a couple poor swings before that, right? And you know what I mean. Miller.
Yeah, if that pitcher would have been smart, he would have kept that ball on the outside half of that plate, just based on how Hudson was swinging that bat, how he was aligned in the box. But the pitcher made a mistake, and Hudson took advantage of it.
I got to remind the kiddo before his head gets too big. It probably only went about 320, 315 at most.
You know what, though? If you hit it in the right spot, it's all
Don't
that
matter,
matters.
right?
It's all that matters.
That's right. That's right. It's like you never apologize for a birdie in golf. I don't care how it goes in. A 3 is a 3. You take it, right?
That's right.
Miller with a good at bat here, 2-2. Quinn almost painted the line for his second hit of the game in his first swing. He's a good hitter that way. He's an innie-outie guy. He'll slap it over to left field and does a good job with his barrel. Oh, and he'll foul this one off. Is there a play for the catch? Just out of the reach for BMW's catcher.
I got to ask, how many home runs does Hudson have?
2 now.
2 now. Okay.
2 with the Bombers. 1 last year, 1 this year. But Eric, as you know, these freshman, sophomore age years, best thing they can do is pound the protein shakes, eat well, sleep well, lift weights, do cleans, do squats. If you want to hit balls harder, you got to go take a look at the Leininger legs. That's how you hit balls harder.
Very true.
Miller fighting it off yet. 3-2 the pitch count. It's a good at bat here for Quinn Miller. Great at bat for Quinn Miller.
Way to battle. Good battle in there, Quinn.
So the 2-out walk to Miller will bring up Landon Hale. Check that. Jager.
We haven't seen a whole lot of action on the base pass for Fargo yet. I'd like to see something happen here, maybe a stolen base. Get the kids throwing the ball around a little bit.
I'd agree, Eric. Not overly aggressive. There. Nice pitch there. Might be a little intimidated by that lefty gun behind the plate.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see how it works.
You know, I have a college degree. It was in, granted, it was 2001.
Jaeger fouls it off for a 2-2 count.
Be nice for Joey to take advantage of that big gap in right center
It's
field.
huge, isn't it? You hit one hard there and it runs to the fence. You're standing up going into 3, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, and he got him on the corner. So Jaeger strikes out looking, but for the Bombers with the 2-out solo shot from Hudson Stein, they will go up 2-0 here. We're through 4 innings. The Bombers are up 2-0. We're back in 90 seconds on the Fargo Post 2 Bombers live stream network. The catcher, Frisch, up the bat. Doctor here delivering yet in the top of 5. Foul tip for a strike. Doctor's looking good throwing the ball. He throws a lot of strikes, and then he'll have a wicked curveball. There's a lot of movement to that thing. Snaps late. Ground ball here to Quinn Miller for the putout. One down here for Doctor. Steen up the bat, first baseman. One 0 the count.
Looks like some young fan went and retrieved that home run ball for Hud.
Nice of a teammate to go back there in Tick country just to get a baseball. Ground ball here to Brigham. Scoops it nicely. Hard throw over. Oh, yeah. Great play by Briggy for the 5-3 putout. And quickly, there's 2 down here. Peterson up the bat for BMW. Swing and a miss. You know, you just get the sense with a pretty solid defense behind you. You keep throwing strikes, doing what Doctor's doing. Good things are going to happen. And then the hitter helps you out on the occasion, right?
It's nice to have. Nice to have a kid that can throw some strikes and with that confidence with your defense behind you. It's good for a pitcher. Helps him throw strikes too, knowing that he can depend on them.
1-2 the count. Oh, look at that. Sat on a curveball, and the 9-hitter did a nice job of staying patient with it and just slaps it up the middle for a base hit. So Doctor gives up his second hit of the game. Probably did what the other pitcher did in the other inning. Just hung it out there a little too much. Too good of a pitch on 1-2.
Yeah, that batter seemed to throw that barrel right at that ball and made good contact, and that's what happens when you make good contact. Good things happen. Put the ball in play.
Ground ball to Briggerman on the charge. Good scoop. And a nice scoop by Stein. So Briggerman Steins put it away. One hit. One runner left on base, and we are through the top of 5. Bombers coming up to bat in the bottom of 5. It's 2-0 on the Fargo Post 2 Bombers live stream network. Welcome back to Jack Williams Stadium. Hale leads it off here in the bottom of 5 for your Fargo Post 2 Bombers. Inside for ball 1. There's a good curveball for a strike. 1-1 the count. Hale 2-1. Upstairs, 3-1 the count to Hale. Looks small here, right, Grandy?
Yeah, you got to visualize that one pitch, and that's the only one you're going to take. And obviously, that one was not his, and landed a nice at-bat walk there.
We're back to the top of the order. Peyton Briggerman did not want to introduce her brother, so she is now
There he goes.
great jump. Ooh, good slide. Pretty good jump, but pretty decent throw there from that
That was
lefty.
a pretty good throw. Yeah, just off target a little bit. On target, might have had him.
So Hale slides underneath that one. Good to see Fargo Post 2 being a little aggressive. I mean, you got a 2-0 ball game with just a couple innings left. Great job by Briggerman. He's going to get this, and he's going to beat it out.
Oh, yeah.
That's an easy base hit for Briggerman. Textbook bunt for your leadoff batter.
Second hit for Briggerman tonight. Beautiful bunt. Beautiful.
Just another 2-hit night for Briggs. It looked like Briggerman just told the first baseman over there for BMW, "Where you going, kid?" About 90 feet. DeYoung falls it off, foul territory.
I'll be surprised if Briggerman doesn't steal on this pitch.
Oh, good discipline by DeYoung to lay off that curveball. Yeah, you send him, don't you, Eric? You
I
like
do.
it right now?
I do.
I do too.
You got a guy at third. You got a fast runner at first. You got a lead. Trying to make things happen.
One and one the count to DeYoung. Runners on the corner. Nobody here in the bottom of 5. Leadoff walk for Hale. Bunt single for Briggerman. Oh, there it got through the second baseman. Not sure if that was a hit and run, Eric, but a nice piece of job of hitting air for the second baseman, but Hale will score. It's 3-0 Bombers.
Yeah, you know, if it was a hit and run, it was sure a good one. They didn't quite get the second baseman headed over to second as much as they wanted to, but it was still a good hit and run.
So DeYoung on first. Briggerman moves to third after the second baseman error, and Doctor's up to bat. Takes a first pitch strike. Doctor, the 6'1", 190-pound righty. Long pause there for the pitcher. I always used to find, Eric, when I was pitching, if you got out of rhythm too much and if you sat still for too long, it's like standing over a golf ball too long. Too many thoughts go into your head, and it maybe throws your timing off, your rhythm off, your throw off. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
Yeah, there could be, but you like to keep the base runners sitting for a little bit longer sometimes than they're used to. It gets them
Thinking too.
yeah. So it's nice to mix it up as a pitcher, but there's probably a little bit of truth to what you said too.
3-1 the count here with runners on the corner. Doctor at the bat. And it's ball 4, so Doctor will take a walk. And now we're going to have time from the coach. Going to settle his pitch down. Bases are juiced with nobody here in the bottom of 5. And the Bombers are threatening for a nice inning. We're going to take a 60-second timeout here at Jack Williams Stadium. You're listening to Bomber Baseball on the Fargo Post 2 Bomber live stream network. Egan up to bat now with the bases loaded after the BMW coach calmed his pitcher down. Jewell will throw from the windup. and it's low for ball one.
98 pitches for this pitcher, according to our stat sheet.
There's a pitch on the outside part of the plate. There's a good hit, poked out to, going to be caught by the right fielder, but it will tag and Brigham will score. So a nice job of hitting by Egan to drive in another run. It's 4-0 Bombers now with one out. DeYoung at second. And we got a pinch runner for Grayson Doctor. It's Hunter Geary. And here's Sheik at the bat.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the runner on second didn't tag as well. That was pretty deep fly to right.
Right? With you, 100%. Sheik lifts this one into center field, and there you go. There's your sac fly, potentially. So now with two down, runners at first and second. Stein is at the bat. Was able to turn on a 1-2 curveball and hit a solo shot in his last at bat. We'll see if he stays disciplined with a swing. And now they're going to throw away to him. Takes ball one. Young bat at the back, or back at the base. 1-0 the count to Stein. Two down here. Bombers with the insurance run they needed. They got a couple of them here this inning. It's 4-0. One and one the count to Stein. And he just popped it up in the infield. So he missed that one, got underneath it, and he popped it up. So a couple hits for Fargo. Couple walks, 2 runs in. It's 4-0 Bombers. We're through 5 innings. You're listening to Fargo, Post 2, Bombers on the live stream network. Welcome back to Jack Williams Stadium on a Friday night game. It's 4-0 Bombers. Doctor is going to go into the top of the 6th inning. He's pitching a fine ball game, a 2-hitter, throwing a lot of strikes, and Bodie up to bat for BMW. And Grayson gets ahead with a strike on the outside part of the plate. And he's up quickly, 0-2. Doctor with a trip to the dentist I mentioned earlier to fix a tooth that was chipped in the batting cage today. Showing his grit. Throwing a gem here tonight. It's a foul ball. Good strikeout by Doctor. He swung through it. Greery goes down. Or Bodie, excuse me. One down here, top of 6. Jewel chops it to Sheik. Candy hop. And a strong throw over. Two down quickly for BMW. Doctor continues to throw strikes and gets batters grounding out or popping out. One the count. Radzik. Swinging through that one. One, 2-3 inning for Doctor. Continues to throw well. Pound in the zone. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. The Bombers have a 4-0 lead. We're back in 2 minutes on the Fargo Post 2 Bombers live stream network. Welcome back to Jack Williams Stadium. Eric Grandy, Tony Stein, coming to you live late in this ball game. Bottom of 6, Bombers up 4-0. Quinn Miller up to bat. Miller takes ball one. Miller showing a 1-for-1 game with one walk. Looking for his second hit of the ball game. One and one the count to Miller. PJ Frisch, or check that, it says Stein on his jersey. Stein is the new pitcher for BMW, and he walks the first batter he sees, so Miller will go on first base. Joey Jager up to bat. Jager 0 for 1 on the day. With an RBI, however, on a sac fly, I believe, and one strikeout. Miller with the leadoff. Balled off the end of the bat. Wonder if they'll hit and run, or maybe lay him down and try to get another insurance run. Fouled off into foul territory down the first baseline, and it's out of the reach for the right fielder.
But that looks like some U.S. Open rough down there. That ball just
Sat, didn't it?
sat in there and
It's fescue.
hid.
Yeah, we got some Jack Williams fescue. It didn't even bounce, did it?
No.
Unplayable lie, they call that, Eric.
Yes.
An embedded lie.
I know that well.
Jager will fly out to the center fielder here for the first out of the bottom of the sixth. Miller back to first. And Landon Hale up to bat. Hale showing bunt, taking a first pitch strike, pulled the bat back. Off the corner of the plate, so quickly Hale is looking at an 0-2 count. Second baseman seems to be squeezing the bag here. There's a nice piece of hitting there by Landon Hale, slapping it to the right side, protecting the plate on an 0-2 pitch. Eric, you love that stuff, don't you?
That's great. That's great baseball right there.
So Hale gets his first hit of the night, 1 for 2. And Brigham back up to the bat with a 2-hit night. And one down here in the bottom of 6, and the Bombers have a little threat happening. And that pitch went behind Brigham to the backstop, so we have runners at second and third.
I hit him on principle right now. You got a free base.
Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Briggs kind of protecting that swing. Is that a check swing protection? What was that?
You know, I think he just had a misthought there and wasn't quite sure if he wanted to swing or not, and figured out real late it might be a strike, so he better swing.
And Brigham will strike out swinging on some off speed. Brings up DeYoung, 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. He's got 2 more out there on second and third. He hit a couple balls hard early in the game. Swinging the bat well. First pitch swinging, it will be a foul ball back into that fescue. What great hustle there by the first baseman. That's a tough play for the catch. He's got to backhand that thing because he's a lefty. Ball upstairs. 2-1 the count. DeYoung. Fargo North. It's 3-1 now to DeYoung. And a nice piece of hitting there by DeYoung. Oh, but caught by the center fielder who had a great beat on it. Good play by that center fielder. So the Bombers leave 2 on base. Nice play by that center fielder. 1 hit. 2 runners left on. It's 4-0 Bombers. We're back in 2 minutes on the Fargo Post 2 Bombers live stream network. Well, here we go, top of 7. Back at Jack Williams Stadium. Doctor looking to go the distance. 64 pitches in this game. Has pitched a 2-hit gem. And he'll go from the windup. First pitch swinging out to right field. Nice grab by Seth Egan for the flyout 9. One up, 1 down. Doctor doing what coaches ask pitchers to do, which is throw a lot of strikes, let your defense help you out. Kager up the bat. First pitch swinging. Chopper. Let's see if we get the throw over. Nice play, Briggy. Oh, they're going to call him safe, but bang, bang play. Nice throw by Briggy.
I'd say from up here it kind of looked like he was out, but that umpire has a better view than I do.
Did our media director cut 3 that one? And nope. Oh, but you are. So an infield hit given to Kager. Doctor from the stretch. Anytime you're watching Legion ball or youth baseball in particular, a swing and a miss by Frisch, but you know the most impressive part of this is throwing 75% strikes, no walks, not a single walk.
That's a good
Given
outing.
up by Doctor.
It's a great outing. You know what? It keeps your defense on their toes. They don't get bored sitting there and watching people run down to first.
Right.
It's nice for the defense, especially.
1-2 the count to Frisch. And he fists it off. It will remain 1-2. Good miss there. I believe it's a 2-2 count. Frisch hugging that plate. Doctor tried to bust an inside fastball on that last pitch. There he goes off the plate. The count is full. And darn it, I just did the pitcher's jinx. Right when the broadcaster talks about a no-walk game, he delivers his first walk of the ball game, but he's still throwing a great game. One down here, runners on first and second for BMW. Stein up to bat.
Maybe we can get him to ground out here and see our first double play of the day.
Be a great way to end this one. Just like this. Yep, that's a good call. Bombers looking to twist it there with Hale. Check that. Miller. He tried to grab the ball out of his glove on the infield ground ball to Sheik. Runners on the corner now. It's quickly 2 outs though for BMW. They're down to their final out of this ball game. Peterson, number 5, will come in to swing. Runners on first and third. I think you just go fastball, 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 and get after him. And here's an infield fly to Hudson Stein, who retires the side. So, a great outing by Grayson Doctor. Chipped a tooth this morning, pitches a gem in the evening. And the Fargo Post 2 Bombers will win this one 4-0. They'll play Wayzata tomorrow night on 7 o'clock. Join us for more Post 2 live stream baseball or come visit us at Jack Williams Stadium. That's all for tonight. For Eric Grandy, Sarah, our media director, I'm Tony Stein. Good night, and thanks for watching Post 2 Bomber live stream baseball.